brand new piece of good news about the Citizen Vigilante film, including, sounds like, an upcoming sequel, which is really going to make people mad. Now, I think the movie is flawed, but has a great message at perhaps the most perfect possible time for this film to come out. Right after that big report exposing all the bad behavior, right at a peak time where in America people are getting a little fatigued with this. And when you ban a film, it doesn't end well. They tried to ban this film, but now something wonderful has happened. You know, speaking of regionally banning films, it's probably a good time to remind you of a wonderful sponsor I have, and that's Private Internet Access. Check this out. Huge shout out to this video sponsor, Private Internet Access. Browsing the internet with an unencrypted connection is like sending a private message to a group chat and everyone saw your terrible meme or joke. It would be bad news. Whenever you're browsing online on an unprotected device, such as your phone, computer, tablet, or console, your device is transmitting a great amount of information out to the open web and can be viewed by various people all over the place. Now, a virtual private network, or a VPN for short, is an app that hides your IP address and safeguards your internet connection through an encrypted tunnel. This way, it shields your digital life from the eyes of those that are looking to exploit your private information. Wherever you're connected to the internet or on a public Wi-Fi, at airports, coffee shops, friends' houses, or even your own home, your data is at risk of being stolen. Hackers that are connected to the same Wi-Fi have the ability to steal your personal data with ease. Private Internet Access helps you protect your personal data by encrypting your internet connection through their world-class server infrastructure, which makes your information shielded and bulletproof. Private Internet Access allows you to have access to region-restricted content from all over the world. This is my favorite feature. Many websites and services across the internet are only accessible depending on your physical location. Streaming services like Netflix, Amazon Prime, Disney Plus, and more have different library options based on where you're located. Some popular websites block or restrict users from other regions from specific content, and many sporting events have the same issue. Private Internet Access helps you overcome these restrictions by giving you the option to change your IP address to one of their 91 countries or to choose from all 50 states in the US. Allows you to gain access to websites and services that are only available in those locations. Private Internet Access is the world's most transparent VPN with over 30 million downloads. They never record or store your data. No logs policy has been proven multiple times in court and by a third-party audit. Private Internet Access hides your IP address and encrypts your internet. The VPN works with all major streaming services, plus it's one of the few VPNs that support P2P file sharing. Private Internet Access is available for all platforms: Windows, Mac OS, Android, Linux, iOS, and as many more as you can use just one Private Internet Access subscription to protect an unlimited amount of devices at the same time. I've been using Private Internet Access for years on all my devices, and I personally stand by it. And I've got a special offer for you. By using my link in the description, you can grab an 83% discount on Private Internet Access. That's just $2.03 a month, and you also get 4 extra months completely for free. Go to the link in the description to get 83% off Private Internet Access with 4 months free. I don't browse the internet without a VPN, and you shouldn't either. So remember, you use your VPN to change your region at any time, and then you can watch whatever you want to watch that's region locked, potentially. You asked for it. After thousands of comments from viewers around the world looking for ways to watch Citizen Vigilante, worldwide distribution has now officially been secured. And Variety magazine is absolutely melted down. Armie Hammer's Citizen Vigilante secures worldwide distribution following dramatic Elon Musk intervention. I hope Elon just sent him a chunk of money. I'm guessing, I'm hoping anyway. I hope, because I do want to see another movie, and I want to see it a little bit better than this one. But the message is so incredible that it's difficult to, I don't know. It's difficult to really not cheer for more of it, right? To not cheer for more of this. Because that's what I want. I want more movies that have are completely based and say the things that need to be said. Quiver Distribution has taken worldwide rights, excluding UK German-speaking territories where it's still banned, South Korea and Taiwan. Now, if you had a VPN, no big deal. Secured it to Armie Hammer's controversial comeback movie, Citizen Vigilante. The distributor, which is led by co-presidents Jeff Sackman and Barry Meyerowitz, already holds North American rights and released the action thriller on June 19th. This deal comes after a dramatic intervention by Elon Musk, who posted the film on his X account, which has 240 million followers, to download in its entirety for free for 48 hours from Thursday until Saturday. Speaking to Variety on Monday, the German video's director, Uwe Boll, said that Musk had contacted the team behind Boll's US podcast, which he hosts with Gary Otto, before posting the movie on X. He contacted us by US podcast, but not me directly. They told me, like, we got a message from Elon, he explained. I thought that must have been a parody account. I thought you're not really thinking that he would contact you, but it turned out it was true. But when I didn't really chat with him myself or talk to him. It was very quick, I think this guy, I don't know what he's doing per day, but I think his attention went like fast, So I think if we don't do it in a way to agree to it, he would have just moved on. As if Musk has actually asked for permission to post him on X, Boll replied basically yes. So maybe he didn't give him money, I don't know. I'm guessing he did. I'm guessing he did. There is a good and a bad side of posting it to X. Boll said the question is, you have to evaluate, is this bringing you more money in the end, or is it costing me a lot of money? You get a lot of PR, but you don't get a lot of money, so we'll figure that out in the next...
Yeah, this movie called The Private Citizen Vigilante is pretty good. It shows how a lot of organizations do shit to people, how a lot of these terrorists come over here and force their stuff on the young girls and shit like that. It throws a spotlight on the secret society, or the ugly side of humanity, or populations, or politics. I like the video. It's pretty good, man. It's really good. He goes around and corrects. Read some of the comments. It's banned because it shows the truth, which evil fears. To ban a movie like this in a country that actually has immigrant problems like murder, rape, theft, etc., and justice system that lets these criminals go free, it's going to make people living in these countries want to watch the movie more, and they have always been the band. It's not an artist movie, it's a movie with a message. People want to hear the message. Imagine if there was outrage over the actual immigrant crime rather than outrage over the film exposing immigrant crime. I want to see a documentary. The best way to increase views is to ban the video and tell people they are not loud. Just yesterday, 5 innocent people were shot and killed by a violent murder in Germany. Enough. The same people accusing this movie of inciting violence are the same people who celebrate Charlie Kirk's death. A movie like this just 10 years ago would have had some controversies. Nobody cares about any flaws in the movie. Great message. This is what we care about. The truth. That's what we care about. The feel-good movie of the year. Let them hide under Supergirl's cape of awesomeness. The same people who fascinate our current country culture decline want us to watch Supergirl instead. This is what happens when judges, DAs, lawyers, and politicians go out of their way to protect criminals instead of the people they are supposed to represent and protect. And this is what this person said right here. This is very true. Judges are protecting illegal immigrants. DAs are getting them off. Lawyers are getting them off. Politicians are getting their hands paid by illegal immigrants, especially in California, Michigan, New York. Do I need to keep on hitting the point, or do y'all get what I'm saying? We'll read some more comments. I figured there would be a sequel because it didn't really end. Had a post with a mock-up for a sequel. The tail line at the bottom says something about ending the Somali scheme. The spirit of Charlie Brosnan is pleased. Whether you think the movie could be tweaked or not, one thing is certain, which is the bravest film in years. I love the first one, very satisfying. It wasn't action in the film that scared the audience, it was a message. Banning a film in 2026 with the internet is just boosting the viewership for the film. Can't wait to watch such a great uplifting movie. Let's make it the next reality TV show. I could have done without the brothel scene, but I'm a grandma, so that clicks. Citizen Village 2, an MSS interview. I grew up watching Charles Bronson, and every death wish that how you take care of crime. No crying, no cancer, no courts. Very true. I grew up watching Charles Bronson as well. And this is the problem, right here. This is the problem in society today. You got all these foreigners that come over here and say assimilate into our country and follow the rules and regulations. They bring their culture in, like, oh, young girls supposed to wear full color body dresses. Or it's okay to go in and try to mess with a Latino girl. If I go there in my country, say it's fine for me to marry a Latino girl in my country. You're not in your country no more. Okay? You're over here in the fucking United States of America. Either follow the rules and legislation of the country or get the fuck out. Okay? And over here, when you come into places right here, you're supposed to have no face covering. You're supposed to let people see your face. These women wearing these full hijabs. I'm sorry, but if something gets stolen and you use an area and you have your face covered, you get pointed out. Okay, these people coming to these other countries are making, prime example, Minnesota. They have a Minnesota flag. Guess what they did? They took the Minnesota flag down, the United States flag down, and put the Somalian flag. People who vote for you to be Tim Walz, you betrayed the United States of America. You betrayed the people who voted for you. All that stuff. Let's get back.
Like 4 to 6 weeks, so I guess he didn't send him any money. I purchased a physical signed copy of this movie to support it, and I also paid to rent it on Amazon, which is now the #1 movie on Amazon. I think #2 on Apple.
At the start of the game, you can choose any shelter you want, but once you pick a spot, there's no turning back. It's upgrade or D. Defense, stealth, resources. Miss one detail and you're dead in space. Scavenge everything, reinforce the walls, or better yet, bolt on an engine and turn this place into a real spaceship. Solar panels for power, turrets to send those aliens back to hell. Upgrades take time, and time is a luxury you don't have. You won't last long alone. Recruit survivors, use their skills, and brace for the aliens. Only a maxed out shelter gives you a fighting chance in space.
Bullheaded that given the political power that the movie had unleashed, that it was only out in the US and Canada, felt a little like we should, for a short time at least, give the movie to the world. He explained that the film doesn't have a rating in the UK yet and was denied a rating in Germany. Apart from Korea and Taiwan, it hasn't looked likely that it'll be picked up in any other territories. So he had little to lose from agreeing to let Musk post the film to X anyway, so that's the thing. He's like, why not just go for it? In North America, the film is available on iTunes, Amazon, Fandango, and Google Play, and Bull estimates that it has generated revenue of around $600,000 so far. Given the budget, which estimates is around $2 million, he still has a way to go before recouping the budget, as well as generating enough money for the sequel to Citizen Vigilante, which he wants to release next year. Buy the movie, if you enjoyed it. I'm not saying just give the guy money, but if you watch on X for free, consider buying a physical copy. Or a digital copy. When you make a successful movie, you always hope that you can make a second part and it would make sense. Sanders, the vigilante, is played by Hammer, move to England or send him to America, and then we go from there. Although he said he has some ideas for the sequel, there's no script yet. Asked if Hammer will return to the sequel, he said, I think he would be happy to do it. Variety reached out to Hammer's representatives, who has not yet confirmed it. Variety's review of Citizen Vigilante stated that Bull delivers a aggressive, incoherent, morally bankrupt slice of exploitation. But the writer and director is unfazed by this damning judgment. I personally like these type of movies, he said. And that he was a fan of movies by John Carpenter, George A. Romero, and Death Wish. So I'm not against the type of movie in general. I don't think that's an insult. I don't try to be Tarkovsky. He claimed that a lot of the negative reviews have been coming from writers with a political standpoint opposed to his own, adding that they cannot stand to face the political reality. It was 100% true. Bull does have at least one high-profile admirer, writer-director Roger Avery, who won an Oscar with Quentin Tarantino for Pulp Fiction, posted an admiring review of the film from National Conservative website on his X account and posed the question, is Bull the boldest and bravest orator working in cinema today? Bull reposted this and stated, Roger Avery loves it, and then said in a accompanying video, thanks Roger Avery, you are not a puss, and all the people who are shy to speak out, to which Avery responded, you're not a pussy, is going to be on my tombstone, thank you, Uwe. I mean, you see your movie web, it's becoming impossible to ignore. The new vigilante action thriller has been the talk of social media. We're going to talk about the sequel in a second here. The past few days has coming out to defy critics and dethrone one of the biggest movies on streaming. While it's definitely not everyone's cup of tea, it's clear the film has struck a chord with the masses due to its controversial subject matter, which no doubt has helped bolster its profile. Sure. Effectively banned in Germany after the FSK refused to give the movie an age classification because it determined that it would create bad feelings towards immigrants. I think they do a good job of that themselves. Citizen Vigilante has defied the odds to become a digital streaming hit. Called a big, dumb, clueless movie by Brian Orndorff of Blu-ray.com, the 89-minute action thriller has dethroned Project Hail Mary in both Apple TV stills and Prime Video with a #1 digital purchase on both platforms. So I'm going to guess that he's got more than $600,000 now. I'm going to guess. I don't know how much. I think it was $6 for me to rent it. I don't know how much of that he keeps. Maybe half. But, you know, if 1 million people rent the movie, he's good. Citizen Vigilante's success comes as Quiver now has got the worldwide distribution rights. Again, will there be Citizen Vigilante 2? No spoilers, but the end of Citizen Vigilante definitely leaves the door wide open to a sequel. Posting on his X account yesterday, which we're going to look at, Bull shared an AI-generated poster for Citizen Vigilante 2, saying that it was coming 2027. That being said, in that same interview with Variety, which was published 3 days later, the director noted that he has some ideas and has not yet begun working on a script. Well, I suppose that's going to come down to whether or not enough people pay to see this movie.